In this chapter, that is the natural vegetation and wildlife, there is only two remaining portions, the grassland and the thorny bushes, and their wildlife habituation we are going to know. So today's topic of discussion, it is discussion regarding the grasslands. Already I have told you what are the characteristics of the grasslands. In the first video you will get that the definition or the characteristics of the grassland already I have told you. Once again here I am repeating. Grasslands are comparatively less inferior quality of natural vegetation. They are mainly found where the comparatively less precipitation or comparatively less rainfall is to occur. Such areas are very much acquainted with the grasslands. In the similar way of the natural vegetation, the grasslands, they can be classified into two types. One is referred as a tropical grassland and another is referred as a temperate grassland. So the students are requested, if you don't have the clear knowledge about the tropical areas and the temperate areas, which is referred as the temperate area, which is referred as the tropical area, please go through the first video, part 1 of this in this context. So tropical grassland, these occur in the either side of equator and extend till the tropics. So equatorial region to the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn respectively in the northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere, these are referred as the tropical grasslands. This vegetation grows in areas of moderate to low amount of rainfall. So what I have told you already, you have learned about it, and you are getting that the same kind of information in your textbook, that this type of vegetation grows in the areas of moderate to low. Moderate means which is not so high, so small, and very low rainfall where it used to occur. They are referred as the tropical grassland. The grasses can grow very tall. So what are the characteristics of the tropical grasslands? Tropical grasslands, first of all, climatic condition we have got. Second, physical character of them we are getting, that is 3 to 4 meters in height, means comparatively they are taller. And in this regard we are getting the some of the examples of tropical grasslands. What they are? Look at savanna grasslands of Africa are of this type. Elephants, zebras, giraffes, deer, leopards are common in the tropical grassland. So in the tropical grassland we can see that the such type of animals, those which are also found in the tropical deciduous as well as also the evergreen, some of the such animals they are also found here. They are zebras, giraffes, deer, leopards are common in the tropical grasslands. Next one, we are coming to the temperate grassland. These are found in the mid latitudinal zones in the interior part of the continent. So we have to keep in mind the temperate grassland, they usually found in the interior parts of the continents, those which are far away from the oceans. Such areas they are very much acquainted with the temperate grasslands. Usually grass here is short, so we are getting the difference here between the tropical and temperate grassland. Temperate grasslands, their height is comparatively less. Grass is short and nutritious. Wild buffaloes, bisons, antelopes are common in the temperate region. So in the temperate region, bison, buffaloes, they are also found. Next one, we are coming to the thorny bushes. What is the meaning of the thorny bushes? Meaning of the thorny bushes means such type of vegetation, those which usually grow in arid and the semi-arid region. What are the specialities of them? There is a speciality of the thorny forest. Their leaves they usually turn into thorns. What is the reason behind it? Such kind of adaptation is found in them. As such vegetation, they grow in the dry region. So that is very much essential to retain the water in their body mass. So to store the water, such kind of adaptation usually found in the thorny bushes, means their leaves they usually turn into thorns, and they usually reduce the possibility of transpiration from their body mass. So to reduce the rate of transpiration, they usually go through that such type of adaptation. Next one, the roots they usually penetrate in the very interior of the soil profile. Next one, such bushes, such plants, they have also the waxy exterior, means there is also such type of elements in the body mass has been added naturally, which can reduce the transpiration from their body mass. As they can store the water in the body, such type of adaptation has been found in them. Look at the particular lines. These are found in the dry desert-like regions. Tropical deserts are located on the western margins of the continents. So western margins of the continents, maximum, we know that the maximum hot deserts, they are found mainly in the western side. And their characteristics, what is the climatic condition? Very low rainfall usually occur here. So we have to keep it in mind. Thorny bushes they used to develop arid and the semi-arid region where the very less rainfall occur. So in India, where there is a possibility to have the thorny bushes, obviously the desert region of India, hot desert region of India, that is known as the Thar desert. That is the western side of Rajasthan. So in the map you will also try to locate the thorny bushes found in India, that may be also given in the examination to locate. The vegetation cover is scarce here because the scanty of rain and scorching heat. The rate of evaporation is very high here. The number of natural vegetation is very less in this region. Next one, you can name the Great Desert of India. Already I have told you. Name some of the common animals of the desert which you have learned earlier. So in this regard, we can say wild as camels, they are found in huge numbers in this particular region. If you reach to the polar region, you will find the place extremely cold. The growth of natural vegetation is very limited here. Only mosses, lichens and the very small shrubs are found here. It grows during the short summer. So under the thorny bushes, mainly we have discussed that the plants, those which are mostly similar to the cactus type. Side by side in your textbook there is also there is also another type of vegetation which is known as the tundra vegetation that has given. So what is the meaning of the tundra vegetation? Tundra vegetation means such type of vegetation cover which usually grow near to the polar region where the extreme climatic condition, that is cold climatic condition, is found. So you may get also the question, what are the differences between thorny bushes and the tundra vegetation, or that are plants in the or the natural vegetation in hot desert and cold desert? So tundra type of vegetation is also found in India near to Ladakh or very high altitude where the climatic condition is usually remain below the freezing point, where only in summer ice melts and that the very inferior quality of plants can grow. This vegetation is found in the polar areas of Europe, Asia and North America. The animals have thick fur and the thick skin to protect themselves from the cold climatic conditions. So try to understand. If we take the competency based question, what may be asked to you? The competency based question you may be asked, what kind of adaptation is found in plants and animals in different climatic conditions? So in respect of the tundra vegetation, in respect of thorny bushes or the hot desert or the arid and the semi-arid region, what type of animals are found, what type of natural vegetation are found, they are very much important in this regard. So here we are getting that the special adaptation, the animals they have lots of furs to protect themselves from the extreme cold. In this regard, if you'll go to, I want to mention in this regard, I want to mention one example. If you'll go to Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, the dogs, those which are very common in our locality, they are also found there. But special kind of adaptation you will find. Such animals, such dogs, they have long fur to protect themselves from the extreme cold climatic condition. So when they are coming down, when they are being grown in the comparatively lower latitude, obviously such adaptation is not found. So in this regard, you have to go through that the each and every kind of vegetation and what are the adaptation that you have to remember. So if I take the example of the evergreen forest, in the evergreen forest broadleaf, making of canopy, this is the special type of adaptation. In the tropical deciduous region, what we are getting? We are getting that the shedding of leaves in a particular season to protect themselves or to sustain the life. So this is the special adaptation. If we come to the thorny bushes, what we are getting? We are getting that the leaves they are turning into thorns. Roots are also penetrating, roots are also going very interior of the soil profile to collect the water. So this is also the special adaptation. In case of tundra vegetation, if we take the example, obviously they usually grow in the higher altitude and only when the snow melts, lichen, mosses like inferior quality of vegetation is to grow. Adaptation in the animals, look at in the thorny bushes, obviously, or that the arid region, obviously, the camels who can sustain without water for the long period of time, they can store water in their body mass. So such type of things are very common, so that you have to minutely find out, and students, you were requested to write down such adaptations in your own word, and if it is possible to send me also. So you are requested to go through to find out such type of adaptation, special adaptation which has been found in the different vegetation and the animals in the different region. So we are coming once again, the thick fur and the thick skin protect themselves from the cold climatic conditions. Seals, musk oxen, next one Arctic owl, polar bear, snow foxes are very common. So all these are the some examples of what? Examples of the different animals, those which are found in the tundra region. So next one, here you were getting that the some of the animals, those which are found in the tundra region. So their names you remember from the in the coming examinations. These pictures may be also given to identify the name of this animal. In the examination, you may be also asked that in which region they are found, what type of natural vegetations are also found in that region. So from a picture, very short questions may be asked to you, and that will be based on the proper observation. So when you were reading, when you were going through the names, obviously names of the different animals, you have to remember also the different types of animals, different types of animals, different types of adaptations, as well as also the natural predations, those which are found in the surroundings. You keep it in mind. Next one, for the map pointing, this is also very much important. Do you know that's grasslands, tropical grassland, the different names of the tropical grassland and temperate grasslands? Their examples is given here. So you will also go through and you will also try to find out their location in the map. So tropical grassland, East Africa it is known as savanna, Brazil it is known as campos, Venezuela llanos. Next one, temperate grassland, Argentina pampas, North America prairie, South Africa veld, Asia steppe, and Australia Downs. So these are the very common names associated to the different grasslands, and their location you have to also practice. Next one, do you know there is also Toiga? What is the meaning of Toiga vegetation? Already we have read. Toiga means pure or untouched in the Russian language. So Toiga vegetation, which are found in the extreme climatic condition, very high altitude, they are referred as the Toiga vegetation, because in such areas the interaction of the human beings are very less, or the activities of the human beings are very less. That is why they remain untouched. That is why in the Russian language such type of coniferous forest are referred as the Toiga vegetation. Next one, we are coming to this particular portion, Mediterranean seas. Mediterranean region, already I have told you, Mediterranean region is very much important for the production of different types of foods, very particular citrus foods. So look at the Mediterranean regions are known as the orchards of the world. I have also mentioned earlier the food basket of the world. Food basket of the world, because due to the production of different types of things, different types of citrus fruits, Mediterranean trees adapt themselves to dry summers with the help of their thick barks and the wax coated leaves, which help them to reduce the transpiration. So in the Mediterranean vegetation we are getting that the mostly similar type of adaptation by which plants they can reduce the rate of transpiration in the deciduous as well as also in the arid and the semi-arid region. So you may also ask the question that what are the similarities? Is there any similarity between the Mediterranean vegetation and arid regions vegetation, or semi-arid regions vegetation, or tropical deciduous or temperate deciduous forest? So such type of questions may be also asked as a part of the competency based question. So such questions, they should come in your mind, and note down them. Later on you will inform me. Next one, this particular activity you also do in the map, where in India do the tropical evergreen and tropical deciduous forest occur. Name the states. In this regard I will request you to go through the NCERT app. Class 9's textbook you will follow. There is also the same chapter, and from there you will get the information in which states the different types of tropical evergreen, different types of natural vegetations are found, very particular tropical deciduous and tropical evergreen forest.